I had done my 5 years in prison, took a plea, did 5 years. I got out on bail. I was on parole. And I'd left my house in the morning. I told my wife I'm going to the bank and, I'd be home in a little bit. So I go into the bank, I do my business. As I come out, I see one of the agents that originally had arrested me several years ago. He was a postal inspector. I look at him, I see him walk in, and I said, his name was Jimmy. I said, hey, Jimmy, what are you doing here? Because I remember after the whole case was over, he said, Michael, when I retire, I'm going to move out to California. Maybe you help me out, maybe I find a job, whatever. I said, yeah, Jimmy, no problem. A really nice guy. So I said, what are you doing here? Did you retire? You want a job? And he says, no, Michael. He says, it's a little bit serious. I said, for what? He said, well, we're arresting you on a parole violation. I said, you got to be kidding. I walk outside, there's like 15 agents again, made a whole big spectacle. It was so embarrassing. You thought I was robbing a bank the way they did it. And they took my car away. They put me in the back of the car. And I said, look, do me a favor. My wife doesn't know, what happened. I said, I don't want her to get worried. I said, can we pass by my house? I live 5 minutes from here. I also had my wallet, money on it. I wanted to give it to my wife. So he was nice about it. He allowed me to go to the house. My wife saw me in the car and she was like a wreck. And that was a change of life experience for me because that's when I was thrown in a hole. I became a person of faith, but obviously that stands out.